up. I love social media. I know that social media has caused so much political unrest and scandals and hurt feelings, but it, for me personally, has been a wonderful thing. It's a way for an introvert like myself to have plenty of human contact, but not have to worry about eye contact. And I can also turn it off when I'm tired of people. And it's been fantastic. And what I really, really, really love about social media is that it's given rise to meme culture. I love memes so much. Memes have become this method of communication that we use to share this collective consciousness that we have. And I love it. I love that we can take a picture of a cat and put a caption on it that says, "I can has cheeseburger." And we instantly feel it. We look at the cat and go, yes! Yes, you can have cheeseburger. I knew you wanted something. I wasn't sure what it was. Now I know what it was. And I am so happy that we know what it is. Meme culture has these standards. You have to have the right picture. You have to have the right caption. But I love it because you can find out memes for everything. You can find memes for animals. Cats are really popular. Dogs, not as popular, but still there. Current events, obviously, fantastic. But there's even meme culture for like historical events, right? Picture of Henry VIII, and it says, "Men will literally start a new state religion and behead a few wives rather than go to therapy." And you instantly are like, yeah, I've learned history today. Here, this is fantastic. I love it. It's just shorthand, succinct. Just like there's good memes, there's bad memes as well, right? People don't know how to use it, so they just slap whatever caption they want on whatever picture. So that's how you end up with things like a picture of Grumpy Cat, and it says, "I'm sad the Queen died." Grumpy Cat has a history of being grumpy and mad about things. He's not sad the Queen died. If you told Grumpy Cat the Queen was dead, the Grumpy Cat would be like, good. That's how you use Grumpy Cat. But worse than that are the minion memes. Are these things made in some cut-rate factory out in the middle of nowhere where people are only given food if they produce enough of these things? These have the most random assemblage of words on them that you've ever seen. It's like 3 minions, and they all look like these little horrible monstrosities, and they're like, "I like hot dogs." And that's not a meme, that's just a statement. Or it'll say like, "Live, laugh, love." And that's an aside. If I come to your house and you have "Live, laugh, love" on your wall, I was already planning to do those things. But now that you've told me to, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hate it, and I'm going to die mad about it. I love to share memes. If I'm reading a meme and it makes me think of you, I will most likely send it to you. Unless I sent you a lot, then I'll feel like, oh, I'm being too clingy, I don't want to do that, save it for later. And so you share it's funny or it's relatable. Hey, it's a Hallmark card. This tells exactly how I feel about you, but I didn't know how to say it exactly. And then once in a while, you'll be like, oh man, this is meme. Oh, this is so relatable. Hey, look at this, look at this. And then you get this look. And then you figure out, maybe this isn't a universal feeling, and that's about the time I realized that I might have some mental health issues. I shouldn't have been surprised because a couple of years ago, Pink Floyd's The Wall started making sense to me. But now that I had a more pointed example, I decided I need to go to memes and maybe do a little bit more research on this. So it became my own mental health Tinder, you know, swiping through. Scared of the dark? No. Scared of cats? No. Wash your hands too much? That's not a thing. Need context for everything you say ever? Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was me. No. No, that was me. Oh, yeah. No! So, doing that enough, I finally narrowed it down. Yeah, thank you very much. So I narrowed it down to about 3 different things. First of all, a little PTSD, which the 14 car accidents I've been in might account for. Mixed with a little anxiety and depression, but just the normal adult amounts of those things. And then just a smidge, just a little bit of ADHD on top of that, which, let me just tell you, made putting this together a lot harder than it should have been. So, I think it actually goes farther back though. Once I kind of narrowed that down, I was like, okay, why did this happen? What's going on? When I was younger, I was very emotive. I wore my heart on my sleeve. If you knew me, you got the full Stanley Spadowski fire hose emotions. You would get it all, for good or for ill. It's not necessarily the best thing, which I learned as I got older. And then as you get older, it becomes more embarrassing. It's harder. In my early 30s, I realized you could just kind of turn them off. Turn off your emotions. Turn that spigot down a little bit. It made so many things so much easier. Like dealing with people, dealing with problems. It helped in so many ways. But what I didn't realize is that when you turn off a fire hose, that water builds up into one of those big cartoon bubbles. And every once in a while you get a leak that you weren't expecting at a time you weren't expecting. So maybe one morning you're driving to work and the car in front of you is just the wrong shade of blue and it kind of ruins your whole day. Or you drop your cookie and you have the instant white hot rage that just comes right out of you. You just can't even stand it. You can't believe that happened. Or you're watching that 1990 classic film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Raphael and Leonardo have just had a fight. And Raphael storms out, he's very angry. And Leo says, "Good, we don't need you." Those are the last words he said. Raphael goes out in the night, and he's set upon by foot soldiers. And some men will literally try to take on the Foot Clan single-handedly rather than go to therapy. Raphael tries to fight them, but he is knocked into a coma. The turtles are scared out of town. They have to leave town. They have to escape. They're at a farmhouse. They've been out there for 3 days. Leo's been watching Raphael this whole time, heartbroken by the last words he said to his brother, who you may never see alive again. And Raphael's laying there in the bathtub, and Leo's watching over him. Finally, after 3 days, long days, Raphael wakes up. And he says, "Hey, what's a guy got to do to get some food around here?" Leo is ecstatic. He jumps to his feet and announces to the house, "Hey, he's awake and he wants some food." And me, a grown man, is watching these people in foam rubber Ninja Turtle outfits, and I am crying actual tears. It happens every time I watch that movie. So I start to think that maybe people who have suggested therapy to me, maybe they've got a good idea. But I can't go to therapy for 3 reasons. Number 1, I don't trust therapists. They're always writing everything down. If that therapist gets in an accident and dies unexpectedly, do you think that people just walk backwards into their office, gather all their material in a bag, and then burn it without looking at it? Oh no. Somebody is seeing all of the things they've written, and I don't want them seeing the stuff they wrote about me. Secondly, what do I need a therapist for? I already know what my problem is. The memes have diagnosed me. Lastly, some men would rather get into a room full of strangers, tell them about his issues, rather than go to therapy. You've been great. I can't wait for our next session.